Welcome to the Roanoke Real Estate Podcast with your host and realtor, the Fraser Hughes Experience. And do not forget to use it or lose it.
All right, here we go. It's the Roanoke Real Estate Podcast, and I'm your licensed realtor here in the state of Virginia, broadcasting from the Star City, Roanoke, Virginia. I'm your host, the Fraser Hughes Experience, and I appreciate you thinking about me when it comes to selling or finding. On the show today with me, I've got another licensed agent, but he's in the insurance business, and he is a licensed Medicare insurance broker, and his name is Ken Carter, and I wanted to have Ken on because, man, I just love your enthusiasm, Ken. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Again, like you said, my name's Ken Carter. The name of my agency is KC Solutions, LLC. You can look that up on Facebook. I got a Facebook page. But I'm a native of Roanoke, born and raised here, 53 years of age. I'm married with 2 healthy children, William Filling graduate, class of 1985. It's hard to believe our 35th anniversary class coming up on that. So shout out to the colonels, anybody that's listening that was the William Fleming class.
That's right. Hey, are you going to it?
Well, with the situation, so, our reunion could be on pause here, so I don't know. But if we have it, yes, I'll always go.
I guess you could just put about 150 people on Zoom.
that would still bring us together and always be a joy.
I like your positivity.
Right. So, so William Fleming graduate, got a bachelor's degree from Radford University. And, I like to do a lot of volunteering with my spare time for nonprofit organizations like Big Brothers, American Cancer Society, my church, Grandin Court Baptist Church. I also enjoy coaching youth rec sports, flag football, upward basketball, and wrestling. One of my main goals in life is to make my community a better place for my family and for others while I'm here alive on this earth.
Well, you're definitely doing it, man. I mean, what's the Big Brothers program? I mean, what does that entail? I mean, just tell us for 10 or 15 seconds.
Well, when I was graduating from Radford, I had to do a final project, and part of that final project encompassed me documenting the mentoring process of being a big brother. And I completed that, turned in the paper, but then my relationship continued to grow. But basically, it's not a lot. It's basically giving an hour or 2 of your time and spending it with someone that they place you with. You go through a background check, and you basically, you just give someone or use an hour of your time. You don't have to be special. You don't have to be perfect. They just want someone that's there to come watch them play a sport if they're playing in it, to help them with some homework if they need help with it, and just guide them a little bit. But it was an awesome experience.
Yeah, sounds like it, man. So you're about giving back to the community. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I like to feel that if you use my services for your insurance, you're giving back to your community through me by using me. But 15 years ago, I kind of started my career as a Medicare insurance agent. I took the position because there was an ad, but 15 years later, I kind of realized, it was more than just a job. It was things in this position that I found that I really enjoyed doing. With that company, it was a fantastic experience. I had great benefits. I had great managers. The training was phenomenal. I mean, I was exposed to probably over 10,000 plus appointments or conversations with people regarding their Medicare planning. Everything was great, but, after a while, the motivation just started slipping a little bit. The desire, I needed a challenge. And being a goal-oriented person, last September 2019, I decided to start my own agency. Like I said, KC Solutions, LLC. And I felt the best way to fully serve my clients and if I got a referral, was to become a licensed Medicare broker.
Yeah, and your business has a good ring to it, man. KC Solutions. Like KC and the Sunshine Band or Casey Kasem. I like it.
Thank you. I wanted to just keep it simple. Didn't need anything over the top. Wasn't no franchise. It was just KC, my initials. And I like to provide solutions for people's Medicare situations. But, the bottom line is when I'm a broker, I can customize a plan specific to people's needs because I have multiple carriers that I can shop your needs with. So this way, I can 100% work for the client and not the company.
What is it hard to become an insurance broker? What's required? I know being a broker in real estate. Good grief! It's like pages and pages of tests.
Yeah, well, you have to take and hold a Virginia State's life and health insurance license. That requires 16 hours every 2 years of CE credits. You can do that online or in a class study. You also have to be appointed with each carrier that you're representing. So each company that I sell for, I have to go through a background check, and then each company also has a certification because they want to make sure if I'm selling the product that I'm knowledgeable and that I know what I'm talking about, because they don't want any compliance issues. And lastly, you got to hold errors and admissions insurance, which, if you make a mistake, this helps covers that mistake. But those are things that you got to do, and that's before I even sell the first product. I got to have all of that in place.
Wow. So, what's the difference between like a broker and an agent?
That's a great question. When I first gave my intro, I started out as an agent, but then I became a broker. A broker is someone who represents several different carriers. An agent may be captive. Captive means you work for someone. So an agent may be captive or not, but all brokers are agents, but not all agents are brokers.
Gotcha.
When I worked for the company, they had quotas. And, when I worked for them, I had to meet their goals. I had to sell their plans. In 1 month it was, we need Medicare supplements sold. Well, that's they kind of twisted your arm to sell Medicare supplements. The next month it may have been drug plans. It may have been cancer policies. You was at their mercy to meet their goals and their requirements. But as a broker, now I'm able to listen to Frazier, and I'm able to see what his needs are. And I don't have a company telling me what goals to meet. Right now I place you with a policy that fits you, that suits you, and I work for you. I don't work for a company, and that's the main difference between a broker and an agent.
Gotcha. Okay. Why does someone need a broker to help them with their Medicare enrollment?
Oh man, well, not every plan one size fits all. There's 8 med subs to choose from. Each med sub does a little bit different.
What's a med sub, like supplement?
A Medicare supplement,
Gotcha.
Medicare policy, that's something that works with original Medicare, and there's 8 variations of these. They're standardized. They're set by the government, but 8 private companies in this area offer those supplements.
Okay.
So you got 8 companies.
Gotcha.
Well, that means you got a range in price. You got 8 types of med subs. That means you got a different range in what they cover and what they don't. You got 40 Medicare Advantage plans. You got nearly 30 prescription drug plans. And the reason someone really needs help with this is, you can't keep up with all that. You can't do it on your own, and someone who does it every day say, this is all I do. I don't sell car insurance. I don't sell boat insurance. I don't sell commercial properties. All I do is just the Medicare. I specialize in Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plans.
Yeah, it sounds like it could get kind of confusing. So it's good to have somebody keep you informed like you do.
Well, and here's a good example. Just because you've got a computer and you can go online and look at the same plans that I look at. My mom always said there's two truths: what someone tells you and what actually happens. The computer may tell you this doctor's in the network, but as an agent, I know the providers, I know the directories, and I know sometimes they are not correct. And as I'm discussing these networks with you, I can go ahead and advise you and save you some heartache that, hey, that's not accurate. Oh, but it says it. I know it says it, but in real life, it's not going to work. That's trying to be fixed. So, we have meetings. We're updated. We're continually got our ears to the ground, and that's the main reason you need someone to help you with your enrollment, is to help take some of the frustration out and let someone. Would you build a house on your own, or would you hire someone to build a house?
Yeah, good grief. I mean, it would fall apart after the first hour if I built it.
Right.
I mean, so I see where you're coming from. I mean, what are like some of the common mistakes people make when enrolling themselves into a Medicare plan?
They pick the plan their spouse has. Well, my husband has this. I'll go on and take that. That's one of the biggest mistakes I see. They base it off price. I tell people all the time, don't buy something based on the price when you're to age 65. You need to worry about what it's going to cost when you're 75. So don't fall for that. It's the cheapest right out of the gate thing. A lot of people make that mistake. They go on there and they look for the cheapest, and that's not always the case.
And so will it any other mistakes you can think of?
Yeah. Just not putting the right plans together. Understanding how one can work with another. Each company offers these things, Fraser, that's called wow factors. Some people throw in a little dental that's included over and beyond the Medicare. Some people throw in this over-the-counter benefit. Some people throw in gym memberships.
Good grief.
But there's no way you would know all of this. I mean, when you buy a car, does every car come with the safety feature that on your side mirrors, when you put your signal lights on, it flashes?
Yep, got your blind spot monitor there.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the blind spot monitor.
That's the blind spot monitor. Not every car has that.
Correct.
But some cars have it because it's a wow factor. It's like, whoa, hey, that's a safety feature I need.
Gotcha.
Well, these Medicare plans, they all have a wow factor to them that if you didn't know, if someone wasn't explaining it, you would make a mistake and be like, you're messing out on something.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, good stuff to know. Will Medicare cover all your needs?
Medicare by itself is basically a deductible 80-20 program, which means you would have to pay the first deductible for Part A and B and 20% of what they don't cover after you meet your deductible. But Medicare typically doesn't cover your dental, your vision, and your hearing. I know there's a lot of commercials on TV that says all of this is included and all of this is available. But that's a national commercial, and not all markets include that. And a lot of times that's for people who are on Medicaid. And I always tell people, be careful when you call in to these brokers like that, because they're mainly trying to get you to call in to switch you to something, and